Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our mage leveling playthrough. We're in Stormwind because yesterday I worked on some tailoring stuff and I was able to get our tailoring up to 340. I was also able to make ourselves a pair of netherweave bracers and a netherweave belts, which aren't that great. They have lots of stam. They also have spell power on them, which is good, and we get a great 2-set bonus of an additional 23 spell power. So that's pretty great. Excited to have tailoring moving along. I also sold a bunch of gear that I made for relatively cheap and made back some of my expenses. I bought a bunch of netherweaves, so I made most of that back and then some by selling the gear. And I also grabbed the Shatrath portal. So we're going to go ahead and port back to Shat now. And by portal, I mean teleport. We can't get the portal until 66. But we can definitely utilize the teleport. Now I don't have to worry about if my hearth is on cooldown or not to get to and from Stormwind, so that's good. Let's jump on a flight, and we'll get ourselves back over into Hellfire Peninsula. Hope you guys are all doing well today, and I should say thank you very much for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I really do appreciate it. Back to Honorhold we go. Let's have a look here. We have a couple of things to finish up down here. On my way down, I made the run to Shatrath, obviously, on my own. I did grab a couple of Ravager eggs that were easy pickings while I made that route. So I think we're going to head down here today, work on this. We do have this stuff over here to the east. And then we have a couple of things up here to the north before we get into the western part of the zone. So I'm hoping we can wrap up the eastern part of the zone today, and then we can move out to the west. That is kind of the plan. We might hit 62 by doing all the stuff on the eastern side. I don't know if everything on the western side is going to be enough to see us hit level 63. But it's possible, especially if we do some more runs. I feel like Blood Furnace wasn't really... It doesn't have the bang for the buck, you know what I mean? As far as, like, kill experience and items, I feel like, Ramparts is better for us. There's still an awesome staff in Ramparts I'd love to get. Can take a look if there's anything else. Ooh, we definitely want to, there we go. Yeah, I mean, this would be a little bit better than what we have for shoulders. Looking at the second boss, we could use the neck. Could be a little bit better for us. A lot of things are so much just based on healing, like 31 to healing, but only 11 to damage. The Crystal Fire staff is what I'd really like to get. And then off the last boss... there's another ring, the Witching Band, that we could use. But besides that... Yeah, we have the pants. So, a staff and a ring, and potentially a small shoulder upgrade. Don't really know if it's worth doing it again or not. But maybe at some point today we will. First things first, I do want to get down here and wrap up some of these quests that we have going on. I'm still agonizing over Fresh Start, and if I want to engage with it, and what it will mean if I do engage with it. I feel like I have so many characters already that I love. You know, mainly just, I really want to play the Warrior, and I really want to play the Mage. And I'm thinking to myself, so if I level up like a Paladin on this Fresh Start server, I'm not going to hit 70 on it when Wrath launches. So I'm gonna have to shelf it for a while, right? Because the day that Wrath launches, I'm taking somebody to Northrend right away. Right now, I honestly couldn't tell you if that somebody is gonna be the Warrior or the Mage. And when I started this Mage, I That was not what I was thinking. So for these guys, we need to, like, fight them near their totem. You need to be at the outpost. Okay. So we need to be, like, 10 feet this way. Got it. That's not what we want. So he's being zapped by the totem. Yeah, when I started the mage, I would have told you that there was no way that I would end up preferring the mage to the warrior. And I don't know if I do prefer the mage to the warrior, but I'm having at least an equal amount of fun on the mage. And then I also want to level up a Death Knight. We got that one. Okay, so how long does this totem stay out? Is it gonna zap somebody else for us? It has a 5-minute cooldown? So wait, I have to use it right in this small area for 5 minutes before I can place it somewhere else? Well, that seems kind of garbage. I really wish there was an assist option for this water elemental. Yeah, so I don't know. I have some big decisions I'm gonna have to make. Because, yeah, I really need to have a main for Wrath. I really need to have a main. I want to do some raiding, so what I don't want to do is just level up a bunch of characters and never get anybody geared up or raiding. I'd love to have a main and then eventually have a couple of alts. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah. Oh, this other totem is getting them. I don't... How do I want to handle this? It didn't raise a spirit. This is not... That didn't work for us. It was somebody else's totem, and it for some reason, that totem tagged them. Maybe I had to pull them back a little further. I remember really hating this quest on the priest, and I still feel the exact same way about it right now. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I need to sort some things out pretty soon and make some tough choices. I'm kind of also at a point where I don't know where I want my Death Knight to be. I kind of just originally thought I'd make a human Death Knight. And that way we can have him on Pagel with our mage. I need you to oh, so our totem vanishes, guys. Our totem... Oh, no, it doesn't. It's still here. Okay, I didn't see it. Yeah, I thought it vanished before the cooldown was up. Come on, come back here, please. You're almost here. There you go. Now get zapped. There you go, you're getting zapped. Can I, like, range this thing so I can... No, I can't even have a minute out of combat here. Not a very fun quest. Whenever anything wants you to fight two things back to back, it's usually not a great time. Alright, let's get some mana back. Yeah, I mean, if I could create 12 more hours into the day, then I could play all the characters that I want. Unfortunately, there's only so much time. And if I have a warrior, and I'm gonna level a Death Knight, do I really need a paladin tank? I think that the answer is probably no. I'm pretty sure that between the warrior and the Death Knight, we're gonna have one that we want to tank on. We might want to tank on both of them. I don't know. Oh, snap. You punks. Can I sheep you? Yeah, how about you just hang out there for a minute, and we'll take this guy out. Alright, there we go. Let's get some distance here. Let's get our water elemental back out. He didn't raise a spirit for some reason. What in the hell? Oh, our totem is gone now, that's why. Yeah. the totem disappeared. Yep, I got it. I see it. Excellent. Let's get our health and mana back here. I'll also get buffs up at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that the best thing for me to do is probably going to be to focus on getting the mage to 70. And then maybe focusing on the Death Knight. The Death Knight, I kind of feel like I might dungeon him up. Depending on a couple of different things. I really would like to get a handle on how to tank on the Death Knight. And I think doing a crap ton of dungeons is going to be the best way for me to learn the class the way I want to play it. That being said, we're going to have to do some questing in Outland on him. We're probably not going to be able just to exclusively do dungeons. Although I'm curious with the experience buff, the Death Knight's probably oh shit, he wasn't close enough to get... Did I mention that I find this quest really annoying? We gotta do 10 of these? I don't think I'm gonna do 10 of these. Something tells me that I'm not gonna get this done. I'll stick with it a little bit longer, but I'm already getting bored with it. I'm wondering if the Death Knight is going to come out of its starting zone at like level 60 instead of level 58. Typically by the time you get out of there you've just hit 58, you've got some blue gear on, and you're ready to go into Outland. But with the XP buff, we might be closer to level 60 by the time we get to Outland, which is great. That would be great. And kind of like for me, when the XP buff went live and we started this character, this was my fresh start. This was kind of my fresh start. We went to Alliance, which we haven't played in a long time. We quested the whole way. We're gonna hit level 70. Like, to me, this was kind of my fresh start, so for me to do a turnaround and do another fresh start right now... I mean, I love playing alts, but... it might be more than I want to do. Might be more than I want to do, especially considering, like I said, that we're going to be leveling a Death Knight. We are in combat because our pet is awesome. Let's see if we can, like... Can we, like, turn him on passive for a minute? I'd like this guy to get zapped by the totem, at least. There we go. Yeah, no matter how far away we get, they aggro us immediately. And the thing is, I think it's still going to take us a while to get to 70. I don't think I'm going to be doing my 2 levels a day that it would take for me to hit 70 before pre-patch goes live. I don't think that's going to happen. That would probably require me to play more than I'm comfortable with. And I'm already playing at about 3.5 hours a day. Which is a lot. It's a lot. I enjoy it, but This is like the one time we don't want to frostbite proc them back there. Boop. Alright, here comes the spirit. Again, not really wanting to freeze him back there. He needs to get a little closer to the totem. Now the totem is probably going to disappear. Any second now, actually. Alright, we killed him before the totem vanished. That's great. Oh, hello. That's not good for us. We are probably going to die. Ugh. Yeah, he's not... Okay, no totem. Let's put the totem down. That should zap him. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. No, no, no. Please don't social aggro. You fucking social aggroed with the spirit? Resist? Are you shitting me? Oh my god, guys. This is some real grade A crap right here. I can't believe it. Okay, well, we really just needed to get that last one. We had just a series of really unfortunate respawns. I really dislike this quest. I remember that doing this quest on the priest was like a big contributing factor to me, like, just giving up on that character. It was a demoralizingly bad quest. And the worst thing was, on the priest at first I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. But yeah, this is not great. Now, I don't know if this is my totem or not. We could try to fight this guy. I really dislike the charge. The charge is really screwing us, too. I don't know if this is still my totem or if it's going to count for us or anything. Alright, there's the spirit. It's going a little bit smoother this time. Let's make sure we don't get attacked in the back here. Okay. Yes, let's be done. No, 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 no. It's the quest that won't end. Now this is going to spawn a spirit, which is going to aggro us immediately. Let's just get out of here. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's come down this way. Oh, we didn't even... Oh, we got put into combat. There we go. Let's just leave. We don't need to mess with these guys anymore. They're really fast, obviously. We'll just blink away here. Oh, dear. Yeah, I mean, I was probably talking too much through all that instead of, like, paying attention to what I was actually doing. That is a problem that I have. Yeah, already I can tell with our leveling pace that it's probably going to take us like 30 more hours to get to 70 on this character. And I think I really just need to focus on that. And on leveling the Death Knight. We'll see. I mean, I could start playing a Death Knight, and I could hate it. And if I don't think that's going to happen, but if that were to happen, then that would give me time to get onto the fresh start and check things out there. And I might, like, start off on it, you know, I might make a character, check it out, see how active it is, and just get to kind of enjoy it. But I don't think it's going to be like this, where I'm playing 3 hours a day, pushing myself to get to level. I can't imagine anything about the fresh start that would make me want to do that. So the big guys that path around here, they have a chance to drop an egg. The big thing is that, you know, they're pathing around, so I think I'm just going to take this one out to get rid of it. The other thought I had with the Death Knight is, like, maybe I do the Death Knight on Mankrik on the Horde. That way, you know, we have a warrior tank, we have a Death Knight tank, and maybe we just, like, play around with that and see, like, the pros and cons of each. And maybe eventually settle on one. And then over here on Pagel, we would just have our mage. I don't want to steal this egg from him. I realize that would be incredibly rude. I'm, like, on autopilot. I like, free egg, let's go get it. Let's not be that guy. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm incredibly undecided. Ultimately, I think that I'll have fun doing whatever it is I do. That's kind of my thing. I tend to just do what I want, and I tend to enjoy things when it comes to playing WoW. And as soon as I do make a decision, as soon as I know, like, what my main is going to be, when I say main, I guess I just mean, like, the first character that I'm going to take into Northrend. I really do want to settle on a main, get them geared up through heroics, get them into raiding. I think that it's time that we did some of that stuff, and Wrath is definitely going to be the expansion that I want to do it in. It's the version of WoW that I enjoy the most. Guys have a chance to drop eggs, but they don't really seem to do so very often. Somebody asked if I would try other specs on the mage. The answer to that is yes, I will try other specs on the mage. Probably not while leveling, though. I think while leveling, we're going to stick with our frost spec. Once we get this character to 70 and we're just concerned with running dungeons, you know, if we get to a point where we're going to be running dungeons at 70 prior to Wrath coming out, then I'm going to try Fire. I'd like to see Fire, see how that is. I think for any leveling, whether here or in Northrend, we're probably always going to be Frost. The cool thing is, this is the really cool thing, once the pre-patch comes out, we are going to have dual spec, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we're getting things like the system changes. We're getting the class changes, so I'm assuming we're also getting the system changes, which should include dual spec. So we'll be able to have a Frost spec for leveling, and maybe a Fire spec or Arcane spec for dungeoning. I don't know if Arcane spec is any good. I know that historically it really has only... it's never really been the main Mage spec. I think it's had its moments where it's been good for one reason or another. But I don't think it's the optimum way to go. I really enjoy Frost. So it'll also depend on if we try Fire, if we actually like it. And if it can actually... if I can outperform Frost in dungeons with it or not. Because part of performance is familiarity, so even though a spec might have the potential to be better, if I'm not good at playing that spec, it's not gonna be better. So we'll definitely at least try Fire when we... either when we hit cap and we're doing dungeons, or once we get into Wrath and we have dual spec for doing dungeons there as we level up. Okay, all this stuff is done. Let's go. I swear these goblins are going to give us a quest to fight vultures at some point, unless it's a horde-only quest, which would be a little bit weird, but I guess that's possible. Yeah, ultimately for Wrath, what I'd really like to have is, I'd like to have a home. I'd like to have a faction. I'd like to have a main. And then I'd like everything else we play to be alts. You know, I'm definitely down for leveling a bunch of classes in Wrath. You know, I want to get a Warlock up. I'd love to have a Hunter. I'd love to have a Shaman. There's lots of classes in Wrath that I'd love to have. I just want to make sure that we have a home, and that we have a main, and that we can do raiding. Yeah, here we go. Here's the meat. Oh, this is Hellboars. Who is... maybe I'm just, like, imagining things. Tainted Hellboar meat. Okay, so we get the Hellboar meat, we purify it. Let's just do this. Ring of the Invoker, 11 int, 12 spell damage, and crit strike rating. I think our rings are actually pretty good. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with what we have. I will probably put that on the auction house, though. It's not a bad ring. We'll get a bunch of these meats, and then we'll start purifying them. Got 2 right now. They're not all going to get purified. Some of them are going to fail. And the other thing is, like, with the fresh start, honestly, I'm talking about, like, wanting a home, needing to have a home and a main. I don't see a fresh start realm being my home. And I don't see a fresh start character being my main. I think the fresh start realms are really, really great for people who've been away from the game for a long time. I think they're really great for people who are trying out this version of WoW for the first time. Like, if you've played retail and you've been thinking about WoW Classic, the fresh start realm is probably a good place for you. If you enjoy that kind of thing. That being said, we've talked about some things that are not so good about fresh start. Immediately and only temporarily, it's going to be hard to quest. There's going to be lots of players, and that's exciting, but it also leads to difficulties. Difficulties tagging mobs, difficulties getting items. The great thing about fresh start and there being so many players is that it won't be difficult to get groups. So if you like doing dungeons while you level up, there will be a healthy dungeoning community, at least for a little while. Whether or not the server lives or stays healthy, that's all stuff we can't predict. But we can safely say that at first, it's going to be a healthy grouping environment. There's going to be plenty of people to play with. And so because of that, I feel like if you're new or you're returning after a long break, you don't have any high-level characters that you like right now, then that's who Fresh Start is for. I don't know if Fresh Start is for someone like me, because I have characters that I really, really like. A lot. I love my warrior. I've grown to love this mage, as evidenced by how quickly I've leveled it up and how much I've focused on it. And so I'm not really looking for another class or character to fall in love with. I'm capped out on my character relationships at like 2. Yeah, maybe a third one. If I end up loving Death Knight, maybe I have room for a third character relationship. But beyond that, like, I'm not gonna have capacity. Especially when they're spread out across so many different servers. That's the other thing. Oh, snap. Let's get out of here. I'd love to loot my guy. Can I loot my guy? Oh god, it's gonna be close. Oh, we're gonna get killed. Oh god, no, don't let it happen like this. Not like this. Oh god. Strafe to the side, Robert. Oh no. Whew, okay. Oh, we lived. That was probably not worth it. I probably could have let him pass, and then I could have got the meat after. Oh god, he's just like pacing back and forth right here. What a jerk. Yeah, I don't know if Fresh Start is for me, and what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to let fear of missing out on some imaginary things cause me to invest my time into something that's not going to matter or that I'm not going to care about long term. I think that happens to a lot of people, especially around the words fresh start and WoW. I think people like see that opportunity for a fresh start. It activates all kinds of like happy things in your brain that tell you like this time is different, this time is going to be better, this time I'm going to be the best insert class here that has ever walked the face of Azeroth. And like that's cool because that's excitement. It gets you hyped, and that hype is good. Excitement is good. But not from a place where it's like being driven by a fear of missing out on something. That's not necessarily good. And like there's like nothing wrong with FOMO. You just have to be a person that, you know, can analyze your own motivations. You have to be able to analyze your own motivations for doing something. Otherwise, like, other people are going to control your motivations for you, and you're not going to realize that your motivations have been controlled until it's too late. Until you're 100 hours into something that you realize you didn't want, that doesn't benefit you the way that you want. So I would just, like, highly advise you guys to sit down and think about it. What helps me is I get a notepad, and I do a pros and cons list for myself. You know, I write what would be good about this. Okay, now what would be bad about it? Now how do they balance out? And that doesn't always lead to a conclusion, but what it allows you to do is it allows for self-examination of your motives. And it allows you to delineate between your motives and the hype motives. You know, the advertising, the hype, the things that are kind of pushing you in this direction or that direction because somebody else would want you to do those things. Just skinning everybody's boars, no big deal. This Fel Reaver man has it out for us. He's tasted our blood once and he wants more. Alright, let's pop some of these and see what we end up with. See, we got like a ruined one there. Oh, we got 3 we're getting more ruined ones than anything else. Yeah, we're not doing good on this. Oh, we got 2 that weren't spoiled. 2 out of 8, guys. 2 out of 8 that weren't spoiled. That's some kind of drop rate. 100% drop, but then like 20% purification rate. Not great. Alright, where are more of these guys? We need lots and lots more of them. Alright, let's do a few more here, see what we're left with. This is just, we are not having any luck with this quest. Holy crap. What in the hell is going on? There's 1. Jeez, I don't remember it being like this. We've done this on a few different characters, and I don't remember it being so difficult to purify these things. It's a little bit crazy, actually. Let's go ahead and evocate here. I'm waiting to see that first 2,000 crits. Yeah, we've become a crit monster. And I'm just waiting for our first 2,000 crit. That's going to be a momentous occasion. Biggest crit yet achieved it will be. Alright, let's give the purification another go here. Alright, we're up to 7, that's not bad. We'll kill a handful more boars and then we'll try again. I'd really rather not also fight this worm, but maybe we've already aggroed him, I really can't. He came up and then he went down. Pretty strange behavior. We're not in combat with him, so... Hey, there we go. We're in combat with this one, though. Skinning is up to 322, that's actually not bad. Pretty happy with it.
Yo!
Now he wants us to get the 12 buzzard wings. Alright, we can definitely do that. I feel like we've done some of the quests here in kind of a weird order, but I don't mind it. Mainly, like, I usually do this stuff over here much earlier on. And I think there's also, like, some stuff up here that we just haven't done yet at all, so... We're gonna have to make our way up here at some point. To see what's going on in that part of the zone. Alright, these guys can be a little bit tricky because when one of them dies, they can draw others, so gonna have to be aware of that. Yeah, that was not a great time for us to be Not a great time. Let's go ahead and evocate while our water elemental deals with that one. Now we probably need to drink back our full mana. There's our buddy the Fell Reaver again. Suspiciously close to us. Well, we tried to get away. There we go. Let's see if we can drink a little bit here before we are assaulted again. As a mage, having the dead body lure the next one over actually works pretty well. Because they don't aggro us, they just kind of stand there and pick at the corpse and we can just start firing on them. Kind of works out perfectly. On a melee class, you're standing in there, so they run in and they basically aggro you right away. Unless you run out. Like that, we need to run out there and see they don't aggro, so they just kind of fly over and check things out. And yeah, we even got out of there in time before that one aggroed. Do we want to turn this in? I think we should go ahead and turn this in, just because I don't think we have to go back to these goblins for anything else. So I'd like to turn this in, I'd like to get back to Honor Hold and turn that in. And after that, we can think about concerning ourselves with the rest of the stuff here that's going to happen in the northern part of the zone, as well as getting these portals closed over here to the east. And that's it for these two. Let's get back up to Honor Hold and we'll turn in the quest that we have there as well. Just a little infernal storm, no big deal. I guess you're upstairs. Oh, yes.
Good fortune.
It's been a while. The fell spirits of the Shattered Hand Orcs are a blight to poor Jules' soul. Tell me, have they been appeased? Shattered Hand Orcs are foul beyond hope, but my heart is saddened that the road to salvation for Colonel Jules holds such bloodshed. The exorcism of Colonel Jules. It is time to save Colonel Jules. His condition has worsened, and Barada fears that, if we do not cleanse him of his corruption, he will be lost to us. Take the prayer beads you found and speak with the Acherate Barada to begin the ritual. Let no disruption stop the ritual. If all goes well, Colonel Jules will be saved.
Good help. Done.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know what happens here. We've done this once before. We need to target him, I guess. Okay.
Each day is a blessing.
I thought there was a whole event that, like, had ghosts flying around and he was projectile vomiting like in the Exorcist movie.
Let the light embrace you.
Apparently, that didn't happen this time. You've done it! You have saved Colonel Jules' soul and cast the darkness within him back to where it came from. A great noble deed this is. While we were busy, a messenger was waiting out in the hall. I suppose he grew tired, or perhaps he simply ran away at the sight of Jules floating around the room. None of that happened, man. I think another player had just done it. Maybe that kind of screwed it up for us. Either way, Force Commander Danath is looking for you. I suggest that you seek an audience with him inside the barracks as quickly as possible. Okay, that's great. Guys, we're going to take a little bit of break here. I need to get some late lunch inside of me. And then we're going to pick right back up here. We're going to talk to Danath, and we will head out to do the Legion front stuff, and we'll head to the north as well. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate all of the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you back here again really soon. Bye now.